The stars of The Real Housewives of New Jersey are all about flashing their fortunes for the cameras. But as fans well know, more than one of these ladies has also faced near financial destruction. Think you know who's got the most bang for her buck? The richest Jersey Housewives star just might surprise you.
Here you go!
It pays to be on reality TV, at least if you're a Real Housewives of New Jersey star, and you just need to look at any of their homes for proof.
Our home, it's spectacular.
Cast member Jennifer Aydin's mansion boasts 16 bathrooms, a 2-story indoor basketball court, and a spectacular master suite complete with a bath featuring 2 separate Toto intelligent toilets.
That little house-looking thing back there, that's actually my shed. Yes, I know it's the size of some people's homes, but what can I do? I have a lot of stuff.
Melissa Gorga's million-dollar property includes a home salon, personal gym, a full bar, and we need an invite ASAP.
I used to be a bartender, so I can make you a killer cocktail, whatever it is that you want.
Another big-ticket category for the ladies is beauty. You might be shocked to learn that Teresa Giudice spends around $22,000 on makeup and beauty treatments.
What is in your beauty bag?
All right, there's a lot.
Teresa told Glamour, "If you see my vanity, I have so much makeup. I always buy 2 of everything, so if I'm traveling, I have an extra set. I keep one at home and one in my bag if I'm going out." Then there are the luxurious vacations. It seems like every other day these stars are jetting off to some fancy locale, like when Aydin went to the Bahamas in July 2019 and posed for a, quote, vacation vibes pic, clad in Chanel. Of course, it's not uncommon for celebs to appear wealthier than they actually are in real life. And someone who knows a thing or two about that is Teresa Giudice, who pleaded guilty to fraud charges in 2014 following a federal investigation into her husband Joe Giudice's finances. Not only did the couple both serve time as a result, but Teresa also had to pay over $400,000 in restitution to the IRS.
You marry somebody, they're supposed to protect you, and then everything came crashing down.
Margaret Josephs has also seen her share of financial strife. In 2017, she received a foreclosure notice on a $1.125 million mansion she had been renovating, according to Page 6. Adding insult to injury, she had to cough up a ton in legal fees for a copyright infringement case filed against her fashion company, Macbeth Collection, by retailer Vineyard Vines. She was also sued by Capital One Bank in 2019 for allegedly not paying her credit card bill. She said via The Sun, "I filed bankruptcy on my business, they put a lien on my property, I'm up to my eyeballs in legal bills.
I have to pay these lawyers. There's no choice. If we don't make this money, we're screwed."
As the old adage goes, all that glitters is not gold. After Teresa Giudice repaid the IRS, she told ABC News in February 2016 that her New Jersey mansion was no longer in foreclosure. But despite these gains, Celebrity Net Worth reports she's in debt to the tune of $11 million. And one piece of the distressing puzzle might have to do with Teresa and Joe's credit card debt, which, as of June 2010, included what the New York Post reported as nearly $20,000 on credit cards for Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom, and Neiman Marcus, and $104,000 on at least 8 credit cards.
Oh my God.
Teresa has since made a conscious effort to become financially solvent. She released 2 memoirs in the span of 1 year, including a New York Times bestseller. And her Real Housewives of New Jersey paycheck isn't anything to sneeze at either. She reportedly rakes in $62,000 per episode, according to Radar Online. So, although the mom of 4 crashed and burned her finances early on in her housewives career, it looks like her bank account is shaping up big time. Unfortunately, Teresa's sister-in-law, Melissa Gorga, isn't doing much better than Teresa in the financial department.
You think you've been to a party, but you've never been to mine.
Melissa, who is married to Teresa's brother, Joe Gorga, has a reported net worth of negative $1.5 million. The low balance might have to do with a debt Melissa and Joe supposedly had with Sterling Bank, where they took out 2 mortgage loans totaling more than $400,000 per Radar Online. And accounting for interest, they were reportedly on the hook for $2.25 million as of June 2012. A source told Radar Online, "They are portraying a life that they really didn't live prior to the show. Melissa likes to drop name brands now and has become very arrogant. Joe loves the fact that Joe Giudice has financial issues, yet he's in the same boat."
I'm successful! Deal with it!
Fans also became suspicious when, in 2017, the Gorgas put a home they lived in for just a year on the market. Melissa denied money was motivating the sale, explaining to Entertainment Tonight,
Most of my kids are going to go to high school in another town. So eventually we'd like to make our way towards the town that our kids are going to high school to.
The Gorgas took their home off the market in 2019, and when Melissa isn't trying to sell her home, the TV star manages her clothing store, Envy. Controversial Housewives vet Danielle Staub announced on a January 2020 episode of Watch What Happens Live that she plans to leave the series for good. Staub had previously left the show at the end of Season 2, only to return for Season 8.
I'm back. This is why she was engaged 19 times! That's right, baby!
But no matter how you might feel about the reality star, the move probably isn't the best idea considering her net worth is reportedly negative $1 million. The debt probably has something to do with Staub's bankruptcy filing for $1.9 million in 2012, according to Radar Online.
Because I had this big, beautiful house, big, beautiful life, lots of jewelry, lots of everything.
Other debts involve over $5,000 in New Jersey state taxes, as well as an unpaid bill from Nordstrom totaling over $7,000. Staub was absolved of this debt in 2013, paying $35,000 in order to settle the suit, per TMZ. As far as how Staub plans to make income going forward, she told Andy Cohen,
I am going to start my own cooking channel. Cooking is therapy to me, so I'm basically calling it cooking therapy.
Jacqueline Laurita is doing a tad better than some of her former co-stars, as she reportedly has $500,000 in the bank. And it turns out that's a testament to Laurita and her husband Chris's ability to navigate tough financial blows as a team. Among other things, Radar Online reported the Lauritas' issues involved multiple tax liens, including one for nearly $340,000, and lawsuits surrounding Chris's business ventures, specifically one where he was ordered to pay $1.8 million following a 2017 ruling.
If I have to decide whether to make a mortgage payment or get my son the help he needs, I'm going to get my son the help he needs.
On top of all this drama, the couple were busy supporting their young son with autism. But instead of pretending their problems didn't exist, they swallowed their pride and sold some of their belongings on Facebook, including a pricey $5,000 chandelier. The duo also sold their home in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey, and in 2019 moved to Las Vegas for a new business opportunity.
This is probably our last Christmas here.
I'm kind of looking forward to, change.
Chris is apparently appreciative of the way Jacqueline handled the ups and downs, writing on Instagram in 2017, "Nobody knows Jacqueline like I do. We've been together for a long time and have stuck by each other's side no matter what life throws at us. She never puts herself first and treats everyone the same. She just truly likes to see people happy." Jackie Goldschneider gets a lot of flack for supposedly being frugal, like the time she served pizza and Nutella cake at her twins' birthday party. Fellow cast member Jennifer Aydin called her out on the show, saying,
After knowing everything that she has, she just seems a little stingy.
Jackie later told the Daily Dish podcast in January 2020, "When a party is from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in your driveway and it's a drop-off party, how much food do you really need to supply to adults? I don't care about impressing anybody. My main focus at a party is what the kids will like and what makes the kids happy." Outside of petty dramas, Goldschneider's Bravo bio reveals the next chapter for the star, stating, "Jackie is a former real estate attorney but has built a successful second career as a freelance journalist and newspaper columnist. It's Goldschneider's business savvy that's helped her acquire a reported $2 million in the bank. Not too shabby." Siggy Flicker, who starred on Housewives for 2 seasons before leaving in 2017, has a reported net worth of $4 million. And Flicker's husband, Michael Campanella, might have something to do with that, as he's owned a successful car dealership since 2008.
Don't talk about my foyer. I won't talk about yours.
The former reality star also authored a self-help book in 2015 called Write Your Own Fairy Tale. And it looks like she's parlayed the success into a motivational speaking business, sharing her story and advice at events across the country.
Having a bad attitude about love is like having a flat tire. You can't get anywhere.
Oh, and did we mention Flicker's VH1 reality dating show, Why Am I Still Single? The show debuted in 2011 and helped put the mom further into the spotlight. So although Flicker isn't making Housewives money any longer, it appears she's doing just fine without the drama and the cameras. Teresa's longtime bestie Dolores Catania has held multiple jobs throughout the years, always working hard to earn her cheddar. Not only did she once hustle as a corrections officer, but she also was a surgical technician before becoming a successful real estate agent. And even more impressive, she co-owns multiple gyms under the Powerhouse Fitness Center umbrella, where some of the other housewives even work out.
I don't know what to say. I mean, it's my norm.
All of this diligent work has reportedly earned Catania a net worth of $4 million, providing a nice nest egg for herself and her 2 children. But don't think for a second the star takes her fortune for granted. She explained to Baltimore Out Loud, "I've been in so many different positions in my life. I've been a waitress, the person struggling, the person who has money. I learned something from each stage of my life, and I want to help others because I've had a lot of experience to share."
I didn't know Jen worked.
My job is 10 times harder than what she does. So check that.
Jennifer Aydin's reportedly got an $11 million net worth in her treasure chest, a figure she earned largely thanks to husband Bill's plastic surgery practice, Aydin Center for Plastic Surgery in Paramus, New Jersey.
The only achievement you've ever had is marrying someone rich.
Jennifer loves to throw parties with her oodles of money, like the fabulous bash she put on for her daughter's birthday. And when it comes to Jennifer's penchant for talking about money, she said on the show that her Middle Eastern roots are to blame, claiming it's supposedly an accepted topic of discussion in her culture. She also argued that her not coming from money makes her interested in how people obtain their wealth and are able to own multiple properties, adding via E! News, "I have the biggest house here, yet that's my only house." Caroline Manzo left The Real Housewives of New Jersey in 2013, which was just fine for her bank account considering she's reportedly worth a cool $12 million. Fans might remember that Caroline and her husband, Albert Manzo, own a popular event facility in New Jersey called the Brownstone. Caroline also worked in real estate before the show, explaining on her son's podcast, Dear Albie, "I pretty much stopped real estate when I started Housewives. Very few may know this, but I owned my real estate company for many years, and it's what put Albie through college. It got to be too much when Housewives started, so I stopped it."
Teresa.
Caroline.
Given Caroline's success, it's understandable she was annoyed when Bravo execs didn't pull out the stops to have her return to the show. She argued on the podcast, "Pay me what I'm worth. You got an OG here, and I'm gonna be arrogant, okay?" Jackie Goldschneider proclaimed to be extremely wealthy on Watch What Happens Live by boasting about the cost of her Hamptons rental home. She chatted about where her cash comes from, telling the Daily Dish podcast, "My father also did very well for himself, and everything that my parents made together, they started investing. They invested in stocks, they invested in real estate, and they really did amazingly well for themselves." The reality star has followed in her parents' footsteps by running a small real estate management company and investing in properties. Goldschneider is apparently doing so well that she felt qualified to comment on Jennifer Aydin's so-called flashy ways, declaring,
"Tacky to to flaunt your money all the time."
When asked who is richest on the show, Goldschneider quipped,
"Well, I don't want to brag, but..."
But in reality, bragging rights go to Margaret Josephs, who, despite her financial issues, has an estimated net worth of $50 million.
I bring the power, the pigtails, and the party.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite reality stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.